An example of that is when Talut and Jalut were to have a battle, and the believers were ordered not to drink from the river. And subhanAllah, the numbers kept diminishing because only those who didn't drink from the river continued. And even from those, they said, we don't have the energy to fight. We're not prepared. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, قَالَ الَّذِينَ يَظُنُّونَ أَنَّهُمْ مُلَاقُو اللَّهِ كَمْ مِنْ فِئَةٍ قَلِيلَةٍ غَلَبَتْ فِئَةٍ كَثِيرَةً بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. And within these small group that didn't drink, a few of them said, a few of those who knew they are meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they were certain that they would meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they said, how many few groups have beaten, of the believers have had victory against those who were more. And another situation, when Bani Israel were ordered to enter the town, enter the city, the blessed land, they said, there's these mighty people in it, and we're not going to enter until they leave. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about the two men who feared Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They said, just enter the door upon them and you will be victorious. Yet Bani Israel said, no, we're not going in until they're out, and go you Musa and your Lord and fight, and we will stay here until you're done. And so in every situation you have that group that will bring the people down, that will bring the glad tidings down, and you'll have those who support it and encourage it. And Allah's promises are vast and many. And the question to me and you is, how much do we truly believe in them? How much do we truly trust in Allah's promise? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا, twice. How much do we actually believe that with every hardship there's ease? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promises victory to the believers so many times in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Ghafir, إِنَّا لَنَنْصُرُ رُسُلَنَا وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ وَيَوْمَ يَقُومُ الْأَشْهَادِ. We certainly help our messengers and the believers both in this worldly life and on the day the witnesses will stand forth for testimony. How many of us actually believe this? And how many of us once we believe it, our life should change? And the Prophet ﷺ says when it comes to donation, مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ, no money is decreased from sadaqah. All of these promises are there for us to apply them and to change the way we think about things. And that's why, subhanAllah, our brothers and sisters in Gaza, what keeps them steadfast? It's the same thing that kept, the Ashab al-Ukhdud steadfast and pushed them to jump willingly, because they believed in the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that it extends to further than this life and this dunya.